Okay. Hey, it's Big Boy Blue coming at you with another episode of Mimic Logic Early Edition. We'll be streaming for until 11:25 a.m. Eastern Time here. Buckos. I hope all is well with you. Without wasting any more time, um, we we made an accomplishment. We did an 80% run to get this beautiful crimson red gem ish thing. But yeah, and now we're moving on to one more project, which is um. Okay, I'm sorry. Now we're gonna move on to the final room, final dungeon, which is random, the random dungeon. Yeah, just showing his for posterity. I think I can't remember the word I'm looking for here. Hmm. Whatever. For proof. And that I did reach floor 31. The problem is there's different levels for each one, and I'm like, crap. I don't know exactly. Like the completionist in me is like, you must see the extent and like how hard does this get? But it's interesting. But so far, I'm liking the game. It's a really nice game. And one of the comments from yesterday, I can never remember your name, but know that you're in my heart, in my mind. It said that this game was a direct translation from another language, which is why some words are different than others, or some phrases are different than others. Um, Excuse me, some phrases are translated weird and sound different from how we would say things. And I would have never once gave it any thought about where this game came from, which is just so. This just goes to show how cool people can be from different cultures and bringing and having this kind of like melting pot experience of being able to see how they think logic, how they use logic. In my opinion, logic universal. Point is, it's a pretty cool game that came from out of the country. I'm assuming, and that's why this is. And it's been fun. It's just been fun. Let me see. But yeah, so we're going to be doing random. Apparently, the hardest difficulty. The number of mimics are going to be random. The number of mimics are random. However, the number of mimics is guaranteed to be less than half of the total number of treasure boxes. So if there's 4 boxes, if it's less than half, then it should only be 1. So long story short of it, I'm not gonna know how many mimics there are. I gotta use not just deductive reason, but I gotta use deductive reason. The reasonings. Oh sweet mercy! I need Batman. I need Batman. I need Sherlock Holmes. I need. I don't know, man. Okay, let me see. What does the sign gotta say? Right, 1 to 2. Okay, it's 1 to 2. All right, it's less than half. Mimics are guaranteed to lie. A box of truth. Okay, so far it's honoring the deal. Less than 3, since there's 6. All right. So if I remember from the lesson of last week, that I need to find boxes that cover for each other the most. So these 2 boxes cover each other. Box below me and the box above me aren't mimics. They could be lies, but it should be interesting. Hey, what's going on, Ammo? The box on the right is a mimic, the box on the left is a mimic. They cover each other. The box on the left is a mimic, the box above me isn't a mimic. So these 2 cover each other. These 2 cover each other. The box on the left is a mimic, so this is an instant X. I don't believe it. And the box above me isn't. So if this is and this isn't, so we're gonna go with this one. Do I die on day 1? Hey, we did it. No items, but I got a mini wand and another hip jacket. Welcome to the morning edition of the Blue Blur. Yeah, I'm definitely a mimic. Trust me. You can trust me. I'm a mimic. That lying nonsense is just propaganda. Propaganda. Alright, one of these boxes. One of these boxes contains a mimic. How? Excuse me? No, duh. One of those no crap Sherlock moments. Oh, like, one of these boxes should contain a mimic. Well, that's technically a truth. Is that me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. One of these boxes contain a mimic. Like, no kidding. It's the sheer audacity of the obviousness of that statement. It's just throwing for a loop. I'm expecting this. Oh my gosh. Ugh. You're right. The real Blue Blur would have solved it faster. What is that race car theme? Whatever. Okay, so one of these boxes contain a mimic. Yes. One of these boxes contain a mimic. True. One of these boxes contain a mimic. Okay. Two of these boxes contain a mimic. The bottom row has at least a mimic. The top row contains no mimics. So is it a truth that, I mean, because it only can be one or two mimics, so one of these boxes contain a mimic. So, and then it says two of these boxes contain a mimic. So if three of them are covering for each other saying that they're one, so I'm assuming that this is true, and true. Wait, crap, what is my, okay. So if one of these boxes can mimic, so if one of the boxes contain a mimic is generally true. Two of these boxes contain a mimic. The top row contains no mimics. The bottom row contains at least a mimic. They kind of... Okay. My gut says this. I want to test something. I'm going to probably die here, but I want to test something here. Okay, so I was right. My hunch was the difference in numbers. So okay, the difference in numbers of 1 to 2 is what got me for here. That's when you saw. But these two was covering for each other. The real test was me seeing if these two was covering for each other indirectly, and it looks like it is. I know it's confusing. I'm not exactly explaining that well, but it's early morning. Please forgive me. Well, it's early morning for me. Oh, hey, look, I'm getting a massage. Just a random massage parlor in the middle of a dungeon. Then it fades to pink. Like, this is completely innocent. Okay. Alright. Still the same. Okay, so far so good. We're on level 4. Feels like we're going slower. But alright. One of these boxes contain a mimic. Okay. One mimic is hiding in a black box. One of these boxes contain a mimic. One mimic is hiding in a 0 in red. You got three boxes sharing the truth, which means technically they can't be here. Zero are in reds. That's the only red, so that's true. One mimic is hiding in a red box, and that's false. And one mimic is hiding in a black box, which is true. Okay, let's test your fate. Oi, we did it. Oh, I went with the blue armor. Okay, simple enough. Hiya. Booyah. Okay, 3 blues, 1 red, 1 black. Let's go. I'm just checking every so often just to make sure I don't miss nothing. Alright, there's no mimic among the blues. Interesting. That could be a lie. Because a blue mimic would say there is no thing in boxing say. It's a game, there's no real penalty. There's no such thing. Lies are involved. OG difficulties. You get it. Oh my gosh. There's no lies involved. You know how many times this man got eaten across different time spans? Other people play this game, he probably... Yikes. Ugh. That's gotta suck. Anyway, I'm not even gonna think about that. Alright, there's a mimic on the black boxes. The rightmost column contains no mimic. Oh, the other dude, the other commenter, shout out to your name, I cannot remember, said that this game was translated from another language. So the rightmost row is column, not row, like how we understand it. So next time I see row, let me think of it as column or something. Maybe. We'll just experiment it. If I fail, we know who to go after. A life is at stake. No, okay, I'm wasting a lot of time. Alright, I'm wasting so much gut being stupid. Alright, there's no mimic among the blues, there's no mimic among the blacks, the rightmost column contains no mimics. The box on the left isn't, the box on the right isn't, and there's a mimic among the blues. Okay, so let's just say, like this is true, the rightmost column. This is true, which means this is true, which means there is a mimic among the blacks, which means this is true. So there is no mimic among the blue boxes. There is no mimic among the... Whoa, what was that sound crack? Okay. I think it's a safer bet to leave these two unopened, to be honest with you. There is a mimic among the blues, and there is a mimic among the blues. I have nothing that guarantees that. You know what? Forget it. I ain't touching it. I'm calling both of them sins. Okay. What? What? I died in room 5? 6? The rightmost column contains no mimics. Based on that assumption, the box on the left isn't a mimic, which actually ended up getting, like, I guess, right anyway. I would have gotten it right anyway because of the fact that those two black boxes kind of like vouch for themselves. There is no mimic among the black boxes. That made that true. And it was that question. Uh, there's no mimic among the blue boxes, and then there is a mimic among the blue boxes. Was there a way to solve this? What do you mean, don't act surprised? I was shocked. Every time I hit that stupid screen thinking I was so right, and then all of a sudden I said, pay for your sins, and then I get eaten. Like, wait, that's not how this works. There is no mimic on the blue boxes, which obviously, because it is a mimic, it could lie. It did have my doubt, so I should have X'd it anyway. Um, the problem is, it says there is a mimic. So even if this bottom chest was correct, bottom left chest was correct, it said A. Not multiple, not one, not two. It just said A. It still would have had me thinking that there was one mimic there. The rightmost column contains no mimics. Obviously, it's a lie. But, not see, well, obviously, it's a lie now, but it's not like it was obvious then. Okay. Uh. Dang. Dag flabbergasted. Dag nabbit. Let me see. Okay, so here's my conundrum. I'm trying to answer the question, how do I answer all the boxes? I want maximum treasure get every time I hit a floor. That's what I want. And the question is, how do I read this to make sure I get maximum treasure? Because the last floor before this one was a test. But this one, I got completely blindsided because I don't understand it. Because I would have, because naturally I doubted these two. Because I doubted number one at the top left and number four at the bottom left. I would have marked those two like I just did because they're the only ones that doesn't really, they're antagonistic of one another rather than actually proving one another. But then when I look at the top right, I think that wasn't a bad guess because the one below it wasn't a mimic, and left of it wasn't a mimic, and then the one above that one, number two, wasn't a mimic. I wonder if random is, not say purposely, but honestly, I'm beginning to think random's just like take what you can get and run. Don't try to get them all unless it's obvious. I think the rules of the game has changed too much for me to reliably get every one of them because it's like, I'll think of a strategy. I got 54 points. Do I want more XP? Or do I want starting health? Max starting health. What is sound test? I think that's what it is I want above all. What is sound test? So, and it's 100. So I want to know what that is. So, let me hear something here. You, woman, tell me this random strategy. No, there's only one. That's not going to be useful. Here we go. So let's change up the tactic. We won't try to get 100% every room. Because I just want to see if my theory is correct. Change it up. The leftmost column has one or more mimics. The rightmost column has one or more mimics. The rightmost column has one more mimics. The rightmost column has one or more mimics. Okay. That means this one has to be the mimic. Message retracted. Okay. What's going on, Kakarot? And no, I haven't noticed any patterns yet. That's the problem. And I know that one dude's gonna be like, you should use more guts. I ain't getting more guts. Forget it. Alright, there is no mimic on the reds, no mimics on the... Okay. So one thing I did learn is that two mimics can share the same lie, because they're both mimics, technically. So, I'm not quite convinced, especially since there could be two mimics here. So there's a mimic among the blues. There is a... Okay. There is a mimic among... The top row contains no mimics. Well then, where do I even begin? Okay, this one can be true. Because there is a mimic among the blue boxes. A blue box is not going to admit that there is a mimic among them. I mean, a blue mimic is not going to, a blue mimic is not going to admit that there is a blue mimic here or among them that draws attention to itself. So, there is a mimic among the blue boxes, it's true. That means this one has to be false. And so that means this is true, this is true, this is true, and then this is true. Survey says, yay! Okay. Get wrecked. A golem already? I don't even have weapons. Oh, yes I do. I don't have any weapons. Arf, hoot, Kakarot. May I ask why we're playing Zoo over here with the Bing and I don't understand. Thou hast confused me. Okay. One mimic is in the blue box. Okay, there's only one blue box. One mimic is in the blue box. There's only a blue box. Two of these boxes contain mimics. 0 mimics are in red boxes. I'm beginning to think that's a lie. And I was right last time, just so you know. And about that. One of these boxes contains a mimic. Okay, so one mimic is in a red box. 0 mimics are in it. And you got 2. You got 2 voting for blue, being a mimic, which means this. So let's just follow the logic. If this is true and this is true, then that means this is false, and that means this is true because it's honest. And if that be the case, one of these boxes contains a mimic is true, but 2 of these boxes contains a mimic could also be. I mean, because this could be true, and this could be true. Okay, I was right. I'm just gonna go with that. Okay. This man just quote some daggone Zoo Pals. Talk about a blast from the past. Or am I thinking Danimals? I think I'm thinking Danimals. You're thinking about Zoo Pals. Oh, I'm the one that's wrong. Oh my goodness. Attack, woman! What is your point? Why do you Let me not get mean. I'm operating with F tier attack and defense for almost 6 floors so far. What is the deal? Okay, the box below me is a mimic. The box to the right of me is a mimic. There is a mimic among the red boxes. There is no mimic among the black boxes. Okay. There is a mimic among the black boxes. There is a mimic among the black boxes. Okay, so this is an obvious false. But why would it point to its own brother? What do you mean don't get canceled? Okay, so these two vote for each other. There is a mimic among the blacks. Which automatically discovers this, right? So then, yeah, these two are mimics. They bring nothing but confusion. But that means this is right and this is wrong too. So that means, what if? Well, that has to be false, because if there is a mimic, then that means there is. These has to be false. There is no world in which it isn't, because let's say, for example, even if all these are false, or whatever, like if this is true and there is no mimic among here, that means this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong. So the mimic has to be this, right? Which means there is a mimic among the red boxes. Oh, there is a mimic among the red boxes. I misread that completely. Holy crap. Okay, never mind. I'm the one who misread. Yay. I completely misread that and made that so much harder for myself than absolutely necessary. Good gracious. I'm sitting here having all kinds of a fit. Yeah. Oh, this is for entertainment purposes only. Yeah. Dude, this is probably why I shouldn't stream at all. I don't want to get canceled by accident. I'm gonna say the wrong thing, and that's just gonna be it. Oh. I have no filter, and I have tact, I have decorum, but I don't have a very good filter, if that makes sense. How does that work? I don't know. I'm a walking contradiction, but we already established that because I'm a mimic. So this should be no surprise. Anyway, 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. 1 of these boxes contain a mimic. There is a mimic among the black boxes. There is no mimic among the red boxes. There is no mimic in Bossing Say. 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. Oh wait, did we break record? Hold on. Okay, we did. We're on floor 8 so far. Record, new record. All right. The leftmost column has 1 or more mimics. There. I don't even know how to even begin chunking this one out. Hold on, let me get some water. Water in my system. Alright. Game on. Let it rip. Yu-Gi-Oh! One Piece. Okay. If this is true, let's start with a hypothesis. If these two be true, what's my... Oh, my gut. My gut. My beautiful gut. Okay, this is true. That means there's 1 more mimic has to be over here. That means this has to be a mimic. If there's a mimic among the black boxes, make that true. One of these boxes contain a mimic. Two of these boxes contain a mimic. So if that's false, oh, death. I knew it. I knew it. I said death and I died. Well, I mean, I hate this technical crap. One of these boxes contain a mimic. It's technically true. One of these boxes do contain a mimic. It just happens that another box does too. Daggone it. There is no mimic among these boxes. The problem is there is an established pattern of mimics sharing the same lie. So the two black boxes that I marked fit logically within what I was saying. So I did that based on a past truth. Now, one of these boxes containing a mimic sounds the same as there is a mimic among the black boxes. So, by the logic of that, that means both black boxes could, in theory, be mimics. But maybe if it's a number, I need to take it more literal. And then it's like for this bottom right one here, has one or more. I mean, that is truthish, because it has one or two. So maybe I need to take the numbers literal here. Because if I did take the numbers literal, two of these boxes contain mimics, and there's a max of 2 mimics here. They're not going to out themselves by saying how many there really are. Because quite frankly, one box of mimics is actually 2 boxes of mimics. Okay. I'm going to go with that theory moving forward. That the numbers are take the numbers as literal, and separate the numbers as literal when it has exactly one of the as I'm going to read these as exactly one of these boxes contains a mimic, versus one or more, because that's how I'm reading it. I'm reading it as one or more of these boxes contains a mimic, when it clearly has a one or more, visual or one or more hint or clue. So, okay, so that's that. That's annoying. 61. At least we're getting closer to the sound test perk, whatever that is. I am getting wrecked, but we'll get through it. Stream ain't over yet. 11:25 Eastern Time. It's only 11:07. You got a good 20-ish minutes. Can I even get to? Can we get to floor 15? We got to floor 9 last time. Let's get to floor 15. Come on, boys. I believe in you. Do you believe in me? I believe in you that believes in me. So let's go do this. Power friendship. Anime. Go. Woo. Alright, the leftmost column contains a mimic. The top row contains at least 1 mimic. The rightmost column contains no mimics. What the heck? The leftmost column contains a mimics. Okay, so I'm doubting. Because, lies, potentially. What? What are these hints? Okay, how many? Okay, I got 90 guts. I'm about to die on floor 1. I just started. Means so these two are vouching for each other, but 2 mimics will lie to cover one another. Okay. The top row has at least 1 mimic. I'm beginning to think that's true, honestly. The bottom row contains no mimics. Because if I pick that... Okay, but anyway. The right column has at least one or more mimic. So if we go with this theory, see what is true, right? That means this is true, this is true. That would also mean this is true and this has to be false. And this is true. Okay, so I did get it right. Cause I had to see. I wouldn't say it's luck, but I would say it's definitely wasn't skill. I felt like I went on my intuition than anything. Alright, so 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. Okay, exactly 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. The mimic, blah blah blah. The box below me is a mimic. Exactly 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. Exactly 2 of these boxes. Okay, now this one is obvious. These are covering each other 3 times. So that means there are 2 mimics here. The box below me isn't a mimic, which makes this very much true. Okay, there we go. Boom. Oh, we got a blue crystal. That is so helpful. Wrecked. Wrecked double times 2. There are 0 mimics that are hiding in red boxes. Exactly 0 mimics are in boxes. Exactly 1 of these boxes contain a mimic. 1 mimic, exactly 1 mimic is hiding in the blue box. Okay. A blue box wouldn't say that. So we found 1 of the mimics. Alright, 2 of these boxes contain the mimic, 2 of these boxes contain a mimic, and 1 mimic is hiding in the blue. That makes this one true. And okay. I think this is it. Alright. Very good. It's guts. Yeah, let's go with that. It's guts. Interesting. The other floor with enemies had an exit. So I didn't have to fight them. I could like escape if I wanted to. It took my escape. Alright, what am I doing? Oh, this increases her damage. I don't understand how to make this woman attack. It's like she just likes watch me get hit, get beat on. Yes, I'm here to protect you, not just to be a punching bag. Do something. Healing magic, attack magic. I'll take what's your name from Konosuba. Explosion. Anyway, the leftmost column has no enemies, no mimics. The bottom row has no mimics. The rightmost has no. Okay. This is a suspect row. The box above me is a mimic. Did I train her? Bruh, I don't know. That's what makes it weird. It's like she attacks at random intervals and I'm just getting my face beat in. I don't appreciate this. Alright. This is so annoying. I got 44 guts and no gut medicine. Okay. Oh, this is very beautiful. The bottom left isn't a mimic. Okay. That's true, which makes this false. Booyah. The rightmost column has no mimics. The bottom row contains no mimics. What do you mean? I didn't. That couldn't have been. I didn't say anything. I'm saying how I'm getting beat up because she's not doing nothing. Where is that? What? Hey? Oh, so if these are true, that means this is true, and this could be false. Okay, death. Okay, we win. It always takes a second for me to get it, but I always get it in the end. Red. So that's what it is. Magic rate. She needs a higher magic rate. Okay, that makes sense. So I need items to increase her magic rate. Just like a woman not to listen. That's not what I said. Wait, what? I am Mythic boost. I'm tempted to buy you, but she doesn't attack. But I'm going to do it anyway, because I think I'm going to die next round, and I need all the help I can get. Okay, the bottom row has at least a mimic. The box below me is a mimic. It's a mimic. Well, these kind of infer the same thing. The bottom row has at least one mimic, and that's kind of pointing to this one. And this one too. Okay, they're all pointing to this one in a sense. The top row is a mimic, and there's a mimic among the blocks. Well, I am a senior, sir. I am well over 30. That qualifies me as a senior. Let me see. There's a mimic among the black boxes. There's a top row is at least a mimic. The box on the right is a mimic. I don't know. I'm not going to sit and guess on this one. Alright. Okay. I'm expecting big damage from you. Yeah! Okay, no damage from you. She didn't attack at all. Wonderful. That's just fine. That is wonderful. Message retracted, message retracted. What the heck? Why am I seeing so much message retracted? Hey, cooked lamb. You're cooked. Let me stop. Thanks for joining. This is a game called Mimic Logic. You can see all the description of it in the description. In the YouTube video description. But it's a logic puzzle game. We gotta find the mimics among the real treasure chests and not get eaten in the process. Of which I've been eaten probably like 4 times in my entire run. But if logic puzzles is your thing, then I welcome you. If not, that's cool too. But I hope you have a good day either way. Okay, I need guts. Holy crap. Wait, what is my name? Nairo? I didn't know my name was Nairo. Nairo and Nesha. I just learned my name. That's crazy. I'm trying to think. Okay, I got the buns. Man, I wish I didn't buy her that dumb thing so I could get this charm. Oh, that would have been beautiful. Well, we'll just have to make do. I need more attack. There we go. I'm probably gonna die a hard death. but it's all good. We got attack candy. Alright. So, oh my goodness, bro. Okay. So we have at least 3 or more mimics in this dungeon. In this dungeon room. There's 7 chests. Is that true? Yes, 1 to 3 mimics in these 7 boxes. Mimics are guaranteed to lie. All other boxes tell the truth. Man, okay. Okay, so let's read them off. The top row contains the mimics. The top row contains the mimics. They vouch for themselves. The top row contains 1 mimic. The top row contains the mimics. Okay. The bottom. Okay, so we know from this. So far, these are vouching for each other. Now, we do know the mimics can also cover for each other, but we'll continue on. The bottom row contains no mimics. The top row contains no mimics. Okay, sharing it. That's 4. The bottom row contains no mimics. This sounds like there's only 1 mimic here. These 4 check out. But this can be easily lying. Now we already know this is false. The bottom contains a mimic's box. So remember, as I said, they can both share a lie. I'm marking these 3 as mimics. Okay, I was right. Let's go. Okay. It's only 7. Let's go. But you're blue. Shut up. I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay. Diagonal down, right for me is a mimic. There's a mimic to the right. Excuse me, there's a mimic in the black boxes. Of course there's a mimic on the black boxes. Primarily black boxes. This game got me so busted, I can't even talk right. Alright. The top row has at least 1 mimic. Diagonal down for me is a mimic. Bottom row has a mimic. Diagonal up for me. Up left. I gotta remember that. Up left. Diagonal down left. Up left. And the bottom contains no mimics. The bottom has 1 mimic. And this can. Oh, sweet mercy. Excuse me. Okay, how do I begin teasing out the truth? Where's my health at? My guts. Alright, 75. Diagonal down right is a mimic, they claim. But diagonal down left isn't a mimic. Diagonal up left is a mimic. Okay, first question. Does any of these boxes vouch for each other? Or towards the same thing? We made good choices. We're now on this one, though. Bottom right has at least a mimic. Bottom versus bottom because it has no mimic. Okay, so we can start with this one as a truth. There is a mimic among the black boxes. A black box is not going to a black mimic, and a black mimic is not going to reveal itself, or reveal, or we're going to put attention to itself. So, so the fact that a black box is saying that there is a black mimic here, is a sign of truth. All right. So does this change anything? Is it in? Let's see. So the top row has at least 1. So that means if this is a mimic, let's just say this is true, right? And this is a mimic, which means this isn't a mimic, this isn't a mimic, and this isn't a mimic. These vouch for each other they vouch for each other, put it this way. Which means the only thing here has to be this, because the first one we marked true. And this has to be true. or could be true. So everything lines up, logically speaking. The bottom row has at least one. There's the one. Bottom contains none. Okay. Alright, I'm dead. I'm just letting you know I'm dead, but I want to see if my logic is right here. Okay, cool. So I did get it right. The buns protected me. Alright, we're actually going to stop here. It's 11:24. I do have a hard stop here. Because if I didn't do it now, I was going to be able to do it later today. Later today is going to be chaotic for me. But, I'm sorry. Okay, serious question. Does morning blue make good choices or midday blue make better choices? That's a very good question. Because right now, I'm on like, I'm hungry. I'm in a fasted state. So, if I'm anything like Kakarot, like Goku, maybe I make good choices. I mean, I have made it to floor 13, so I would say Morning Blue does better in terms of choices he makes, even though he almost got canceled twice, apparently. I don't know. Anyway, it's been fun, but I gotta run. Catch what you can on next Saturday or tomorrow, and we'll continue on with Mimic Logic, trying to beat this random level dungeon, and maybe even move on to the next game eventually. But I'm enjoying the game a lot. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I'll catch you on the next time. Bye. Bye.